What's up guys, it's 6Man Sports, and in today's video, I'm going to be previewing the AL East for the upcoming 2022 MLB season, and this will be a 6-part series where I preview every single division for the 2022 MLB season. So make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on all 6 parts, and let's get into it. Alright, so we're going to be talking about the Baltimore Orioles today, and in a very competitive AL East for the 2022 season. The Orioles simply just won't be able to contend, but it's a big year for the development of their prospects, so let's get into what they did this offseason. This offseason, they signed 3 players to MLB contracts. That was Jordan Lyles, Rutschman, and Robinson Chirinos. The main reason they actually signed Chirinos was to be their opening day catcher because Adley Rutschman was going through some injuries, so the reason that they only have Chirinos is because of Adley Rutschman's injuries. If not, Rutschman would be the opening day catcher. And Jordan Lyles and Rutschman, they're really only signed just because they're veterans. They just have to be players and roster fillers. So yeah, like I said, the Orioles obviously won't contend in a super powerful AL East. They'll focus on giving playing time to prospects and developing their young players who will be their future stars. I mean, heading into the 2022 season, the Orioles have the top catching prospect in all of baseball and also the number 2 prospect, which is both Adley Rutschman, and they also have the top pitching prospect in all of baseball in Grayson Rodriguez. They could trade some players in exchange for more prospects in the future at the deadline, so we'll get into that later. So let's start off with the lineup, and leading off, you have center fielder Cedric Mullins. I mean, did he have an amazing season last year? 30-30. He was just great. He finished top 5, I'm pretty sure, in MVP voting as well. It just sucks that he's on the Orioles and his talents can't be used properly, but he's a great player and we'll see if he can keep up his great season in 2022. Then at first base, you have Ryan Mountcastle, who was really good as well in 2020, and then he went to a different level in 2021. He hit 33 home runs, if I'm not mistaken, and he was in contention for the AL Rookie of the Year award. I really like Mountcastle. He's one of my favorite players on this Orioles team, and he'll be really good for them as well. At DH, you've got one of the best stories in all of baseball, Trey Mancini. I mean, he came back from having cancer. He just did amazing for anybody coming off cancer, but he also had a great season, and also he went through the home run derby and finished second, losing to Pete Alonso. So great season for Trey Mancini. I mean, I'm just happy about his whole story, how he came back from cancer, and he's just a great player and a great guy for the team, the morale. You know, he's a good veteran. And then you have right fielder Anthony Santander as cleanup hitter. I mean, I think he's personally going to get traded at the deadline because some team will want to use his outfield duties as probably a 4th outfielder type player. I mean, he's a good player, but he just has hot and cold stretches, and some seasons he's great, some seasons he's not. But Anthony Santander is the right fielder and he's batting cleanup. And then you got the left fielder who's batting 5th in the order, Austin Hayes. I mean, Austin Hayes was a great defender a couple years ago. I mean, he's also developed some power. He's a good guy for this Orioles team. Not the best, but he's good. This now part of the lineup is where it kind of takes a dip. Those first 5 are like decently consistent, and there's some great players, but like those 5 are decently consistent. And then now you get shortstop Ramon Urias. I mean, I don't know too much about him, but he hasn't been the best at the major league level. I mean, they just probably want to see him develop more. And then you got second baseman Rutschman. I mean, he's just, like I mentioned, a roster filler. That's why he's there. Then you have catcher Robinson Chirinos. He's holding Adley Rutschman's spot, like I mentioned. And once Rutschman hits the majors, he could probably be used as a mentor, and you probably mentor Rutschman. And our final hitter in the lineup, third baseman Kelvin Gutierrez. He has shown some flashes at the major league level, but just another year of development for the third baseman. So on the bench, you have Jorge Mateo, the speedster who used to be on the Padres, and DJ Stewart, who has some great power. I mean, both of them are not the youngest, but they'll probably get some reps here and there. And yeah, that's it for the lineup, and let's get to the rotation and the bullpen. The rotation is headlined by former All-Star John Means, who was an All-Star in 2019 and had a nice bounce-back season in 2021, throwing a no-hitter throughout the season. Then you have Jordan Lyles, who hasn't been good in a while, Tyler Wells, Bruce Zimmerman. I mean, this rotation isn't really young. The only young guy here is a 5th starter, Zach Lowther, who he himself is like 25, 26, and he was the 20th prospect in the whole entire organization last year. But starters, they do take some time to develop. But Trey Lyles and Bruce Rutschman, I mean, those guys are like 27, 28, so really the window is closing. I mean, I think prospects like Grayson Rodriguez should be making the jump soon, and this rotation will probably see a little bit of a turnaround. soon. And then the bullpen, you have guys like Cole Salser. He might be traded, I think, at the trade deadline. I mean, he's 32. He can be a good weapon for any playoff team. I mean, bullpen depth is something you need no matter how good your team is. Dylan Tate, Paul Fry, Jorge Lopez, and guys like that. I mean, this bullpen is nothing to really be astonished about. It's just the Orioles bullpen. They have some guys who used to be starters now as players in their bullpen. But yeah, the Orioles, obviously not the best team in the AL East for sure. I think they're going to be 5th, obviously, in a super tough AL East. But this is a great year for the team to develop, especially Grayson, Adley, Rutschman, and a bunch of the guys that are great prospects for this team should develop in AA and AAA, as well as some of them will get some good shots at the major league level. Expect a turnaround in a couple seasons for this Orioles franchise that has been deemed as a rebuilding and just a team that's always tanking, but expect a turnaround in a couple seasons for sure. Thank you guys for watching the video. Please subscribe and like, and tell me in the comment section down below which team or division you want me to preview next, and hope you guys have a great day. Bye and thank you.